What's up guys, and thank you for stopping by the channel. Today's project is this earthquake tiller, and the problem is that it's been in storage and now it won't start. Let's see if we can find out what the problem is and hopefully fix it. In this video we repair this tiller. However, this may not fix your piece of equipment. We'll explain other possibilities later in the video. Fortunately, we do have history on this tiller. It was put up running, and now after storage it won't start. That more than likely means that the engine is just fine. We'll look at the basics first before we tear into the engine cover or the carburetor. Otherwise we could waste a lot of time and possibly a lot of money. The first thing we need to do is make sure that the kill switch is not in the off position, but in the on position. Believe it or not, I've made this mistake before. The reason I bring this up is it's pretty easy on this tiller to have the kill switch in the wrong position. It has this plastic cover on it which makes it hard to read. Another thing to do is to make sure the primer bulb is actually working and moving fuel through the whole system. If it's not filling up, there's no fuel for the carburetor to deliver to the engine. Now let's try starting the tiller and see for ourselves what all it does and doesn't do. Well, it didn't start, of course, but it also didn't do anything as a matter of fact. Well, it's not wet, and in fact it's in perfect condition. This tiller wasn't used that much before being put up. Well, the tiller came to us with fuel in the tank, which is very fortunate. We can drain out the fuel and see what kind of condition it's actually in. And what we're looking for is discolored stale gas or possibly even water contamination. If the gas looks fine, then we'll move on to the carburetor. Well, the fuel looks to be in great shape as a matter of fact, but there is a reason why we use a glass jar to catch it in. If we look at it from the side, we can see that there's actually water in the fuel. The fuel is less dense than the water, so it floats on top of it, so the water is always at the bottom where the filter is at. And what that means is that the water was being drawn into the carburetor and not the fuel. That's a good reason why this engine may not be starting. Let's pour in some fresh fuel and then prime the fuel system to get the water out of the carburetor. Then let's try starting it one more time. Well, luckily for us, it started, so the problem was the water contamination in the gas. It's best to run the fuel out of your equipment before you store it, otherwise there's a chance of water buildup underneath the fuel. Another possibility as to why your equipment may not be starting is a carburetor problem. A replacement carburetor would be the easiest fix for that. So my question to you is, do you run your equipment dry before storing it, or do you put them up wet? I'm really interested in what you have to say. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your time. Please feel free to ask any questions, and I hope to see you in my next video.